Welcome back, X-Wing fans. My name is Matt.
I'm Ian.
I'm John.
And today we've got our round 2 from our Enbicon event. This is the first game of 2 that we'll be showing you. We've got John featuring again.
Yep, that's my Vader and Friends list. I was able to get to round 2 with it. And we're going up against a very interesting list from a friend known only as Spinny. He is flying Keyan Farlander, 2 X-Wings, one of them being Pilot Skill 3 guy. What's his name?
Tarn.
Tarn. Tarn is with the droid that allows him to spend the target lock to re-roll the defense dice. My attack dice. The Rookie with R2-D2 and a Green Squadron A-Wing, just with refit.
Yeah, refit. Let's do it.
So the Keyan also has a heavy laser cannon.
Of course.
Because,
Keyan.
And I believe he also has Push the Limit.
Yeah, you gotta get that.
Also because Keyan.
Yeah. Gotta get that stress on him.
I mean, I like Opportunist, but Push the Limit is so good. I mean, there's a reason why it's sponsored by Fel and Tycho.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
We've got our Fel and Tycho love it, but our resident psychopath who loves to get stressed out.
Yeah.
I think he likes it even more.
Okay. The Force is strong with this Jedi. So the asteroid deployment is fairly typical, fairly clumped together. That being said, I put down most of my fighters the normal way that I did last video, which is Backstabber with his buddy Dark Curse. I'm just moving Backstabber now. And the others is Vader with Mauler Mythal and Night Beast. Night Beast has already moved forward, as you see here. Now, trying to jockey for position, not moving very quickly. I know that he really doesn't like Backstabber. Speedy and I have played a bunch of games together, and he knows what Backstabber can do, and he knows that I can use it well to my advantage. So I'm actually trying to go as slow as I possibly can with a TIE fighter, and that is not exactly really slow. It's 2 forward, barrel roll back.
Yeah, it's nice, having the big heavy hitters off to the side in the middle of the board gives you that nice opportunity to come either swing around and hit him in the flank if he's going to focus on your other 2 fighters, or it'll pull his attention away, and either way you're still exposing a flank to something.
But yeah, he wanted to deploy against Backstabber and Night Beast, and so I'm basically trying to hold out for time while the rest of my squadron can get into position to muck him up. So
pretty standard first turn, nothing eventful, lots of barrel rolls.
It's so boring.
No, it's X-Wing, it's never boring.
This is true.
Yeah, there's no Falcons here. What are you talking about?
Ha, Falcons are boring, yes.
And it's Vader, come on.
Vader's never boring.
Vader's the man.
He's the man.
But everyone's focusing, going, yeah, I'm gonna get you. Eventually.
Yeah, well, I have a feeling that he's just basically going to go as slow as he can until he could jump ahead of me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go as slow as I can until I can get the flank, really. Get some crossfire in there, have him really choose who he wants to go after. And at that point, when he's trying to decide where he's going to go, I have him exactly where I want. And on top of that, I don't have to fly through as many asteroids. Now, Spinny knows that fighting me in the asteroids is actually not a good idea for him, because despite what I've done in previous videos, I'm actually quite competent about flying around asteroids and using them to my advantage when I'm not flying on top of them.
Yeah, he's got, well, short of the A-Wing, most of Spinny's fleet is not hugely maneuverable. It's just durable. But if he can leapfrog your lines and pull that off, he's going to be behind you, and yeah, he's going to be stressed. He's not going to have actions, but
he gets
an
a free
X-Wing
round
is
of attacks.
Well, X-Wing's still 3 attack dice. B-Wing, it's Keyan. If he has stress, yeah, he's happy. He loves it.
Oh yeah.
And that A-Wing, it might K-turn or might just rip forward 5 and boost and set up for next turn where he can pull a 1 hard and boost, and then look, he's behind you anyway.
Yeah.
Gotta go fast.
So here I am, fuddling around with my tokens still. I can't afford to barrel roll because I don't know how fast Keyan's going to go. Because Keyan, in my mind, he can go fast, and then do a 2K turn once he's past me. So that, especially since he can use his stress from going forward on the turn that he's firing. I was not expecting him to go as slow as he did, but I'm not surprised by it.
Yeah, he's trying to. There's a nice formation going on right now. Just all right, we're just gonna walk fire up. Get into that head-on fight where the rebels want to be. Have my guns in the front, nice fragile ties in front of me. This is where I want them. Don't want you behind me.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of shots going on. Looks like Keyan has something. But...
Well, he's trying to target lock me.
Oh, that's fair, yeah. Not shooting just yet.
No.
But
It's definitely an epic game of chicken at this point.
oh, he does have he's pushed the limit.
It's going to become who's going to try the ballsy maneuver first.
Focus.
So with closing in like that, eventually someone's going to have to do something really daring.
Well, here comes Mahler.
Yeah. It's,
just setting up, saying, hey, these TIE fighters are coming for you, and when they get there, they're going to hurt you. Because these aren't just, Obsidian squadron pilots.
They're no Academy fresh faces. They know what they're doing.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, he's not really giving you the opportunity to envelop him, but at the same time, if he's gonna let you hit him all at once, why not?
Well, my strategy right here, very similar to our last video, is I've already picked out what I want to kill first. That being Keyan. Keyan is he's the heaviest hitter, he's also the weakest link. He only has 1 defense dice. He really doesn't have a lot of defensive options. My TIE fighters can make short work of that if they can all focus on him. And once he has that heavy hitting psychopath, as you mentioned before, once you have that heavy hitting psychopath completely destroyed, then I can get behind him, I can outmaneuver him, and I can pick his X-Wings apart. TIE fighters are really good at maneuverability, and the fact that I have a pilot skill advantage on everything else means that I can barrel roll to arc dodge very easily. I don't have to,
Yeah, you'll see exactly where he is. There's no guesswork involved.
Which, admittedly, I like guessing where I should be barrel rolling, but it's always nice to not have to worry about things like that.
For sure, it takes a lot off your mind.
So first shots been fired. Rolling 4 defense dice and not really caring too much.
Yeah, opening salvos against TIE fighters are usually, by guess and by God, you might get something.
Yeah.
Or you might just kill them outright.
Yeah, it's true.
It does happen. from
Proton
time to time.
torpedoes.
Yes.
For the people who like using them, every so often it's fun to just go, I'm gonna look at that TIE fighter, and then it's gone.
Even a heavy laser cannon.
Yeah. Ooh.
Those are disgusting.
But no, all in all, it doesn't look like I don't think it was a hugely eventful first turn. Just some shots traded back and forth.
No, I think there was actually no damage taken in this first round.
Well, let's see.
That's all right. Doesn't mean it's uneventful.
Well, sure. Just stuff.
Rolling more dice is more fun.
It's gonna
Of
get
course it
just
is.
means it's gonna get real interesting in the next rounds. It was like, we missed. I must avenge myself.
Well, here I'm the thing is that there's a pilot skill advantage, so or a huge pilot skill difference between Keyan and the rest of his fighters. So I need to fire with my fighters before he can fire with the rest of his.
Yeah. No, exactly.
We get 2 attack dice with pretty much everything at this point.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Talking to a lot of people around our area, anyway. It's a pretty split consensus. Either people love named characters, or they don't use them at all.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that, and it's one of the things that I like Spinny about is that he has a nice mesh of named characters and not named characters. That's one of those things. Do I take 8 ties in a tie swarm, or do I take 7 ties and one of them being Hellrunner?
Yeah, exactly. Or do I take red rookie pilots, or do I want to make one of them Wedge or even Biggs or Garvin Dryce? But I don't know. I'm a fan of characters because, you know, Star Wars, right? That's
Oh,
what we're playing. We're playing the game. We have characters.
They have sweet abilities.
Well, so I don't know if you guys were paying attention, but Night Beast actually took a piece of damage.
That is not something you see very often.
No, it's a lot of firepower.
What do we call him? I believe we called him our hungover. He's our hungover TIE
Night
fighter
Beast.
pilot, I think.
Night Beast is the hungover.
Yeah.
He's always getting to the party first and arriving last.
So here we go. Got start of the next turn.
So we're actually seeing this is a key turn. So this
I respect.
a maneuver like that one, given the position of John's ships, it can be a huge benefit or
It's going to kill
or
you.
It can be a huge misfire.
I honestly was not really expecting him to pull this early in the game, just because there is really no reason for me to go five forward. And if I go 4 forward, I'm not really bumping that much.
Yeah. This
So-
is that leapfrog we'd mentioned earlier.
Yeah, I was not expecting him to do this. I thought he was going to go 1 forward another go.
Mm-hmm.
But I also, I wanted to get relatively close right early. So I had planned for, all my contingencies.
Yeah. Oh, it seems like you planned well, because judging from the way the Night Beast just moved, you guys are looking like they're going to hop right up behind him, too.
I love Night Beast because I bumped, but I still have a focus now. So, I mean, it's, I don't have to worry about spending that action from Vader to get him focused actions or something like
Mm-hmm.
that.
Yeah, the A-Wing doing a K-turn doesn't hugely surprise me, but I would have figured a 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, from that distance, like a 3K turn, while you may be right that your opponent wouldn't foresee you doing a move like that, if they were cautious, you just messed yourself up really hard.
Yeah. And on top of that, so right here we have Night Beast bumping into the back of the X-Wing and Backstabber facing off against Keyan right now.
Mm-hmm.
And this is really amazing. He's going to barrel roll right now, which is cool. But he doesn't clear my firing arc. He is just in my firing arc.
That's gotta feel bad.
Close, but no cigar.
No. Not
I mean,
even.
I'm enjoying this because, I get to fire at him with yet another TIE fighter.
You still get to fire at him with another TIE fighter.
Yeah, but, I just... It's like, your actions were for naught.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to channel your inner Imperial, and it is not working.
No. All in vain. You shall now suffer.
Oh well. We rag on Spinny, but he's a fun guy, so it's all in good fun. But no, this is it's nice to not see any large ships on the board, but at the same time, it's a giant cluster.
It is definitely
Just
very
there's
refreshing.
Well, 4-ship Rebels is fun.
there's stuff going everywhere, ships hitting each other and blowing up, and can't keep track of them.
Well, I mean, that's what we talked about last time, right? Anytime you have a TIE swarm, you're going to have this kind of flustercluck, for lack of a better word.
And to be fair, sometimes there's nothing like a good old-fashioned chaos.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I really thrive on it.
Oh, of course you do.
Because, I mean, most players, unless they're really adept at fighting TIE swarms, they're not used to having... they either want to get stuck in and they don't know how to maneuver the tiny maneuvers within a cluster fluck like the one that we're having here, but at the same time, what are they going to do? I mean, the best answer for it is to really just disengage. I think a lot of people really want to stay on target, but for the most part, get out of there. You're not doing yourself any favors. Get out of there, and then re-engage in your own terms.
Absolutely, because getting stuck in the middle of a TIE swarm is a recipe for doom.
Yeah, we've got one of our players around here. He plays a TIE swarm, and he plays his 8 ships. He plays them in 2 groups of 4, and they're basically 2 frigates from the Age of Sail. He comes at you, broadsides you, disengages, circles around, and does it again.
Well, and I mean, for the most part, that's when you're playing an 8-man TIE Swarm, that's kind of what you want to do. It is very, very difficult to keep track, like mentally draining, to keep track of 8 individual ships.
Absolutely.
It's a feat that I kind of want to try. Spinny actually, he's called me a maverick for not only flying most of my ships individually, but also being able to fly purposely through asteroids to use them to my advantage. Where most TIE Swarms is like, I don't want to fly near asteroids. I want to stay home and bake cookies because I'm a big wuss.
I have actually seen that happen once. A guy flew a TIE fighter through an asteroid to block a Falcon, enabling him to get the killing shots on it.
Nice.
It works.
Oh, it was amazing. I've never seen a more beautiful move.
That's the fun thing with TIEs, even Academy pilots. I think, short of my Phantoms, my Academy pilots are the second highest kill scoring ship.
Yeah.
And their pilot skill 1.
They're so easy to underestimate, but my god, can they do some work.
So here's Vader, and he's target locked and focused. And I have homing missiles with Keyan's.
Oh, somebody gonna die.
Yeah, someone's hurt.
And just focus. I don't even need to spin my target lock. I just focus. Yeah, I told him that he can't roll 2 dice because it's a secondary weapon.
So he rolls the 1, gets a blank. So he's taking some serious hits off of that.
There's
So
4 damage.
Yeah.
There's a crit.
Yeah, the pot shots from earlier in the match really have paid off at this point.
So that critical, unless I'm mistaken, was whenever you perform a red maneuver, roll an attack die on a hit, take a damage.
So screw you, Keyan.
It's a big screw you to Keyan. Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. There's a few of them he doesn't like. The other one is, hey, so you have to ignore your pilot ability.
Oof.
No.
Oh yes. That's the worst one for him, but the red maneuvers one is pretty nasty because he does a red maneuver. I mean, ideally almost every turn.
The B-wing's got so many red maneuvers.
Oh god, yes.
So here's Keyan firing at Mauler, I think. Or he's firing at... No, he's firing at Night Beast.
Yeah, I think he's in...
Night Beast is in bad shape. He already took a hit from stray shots.
And with 2 evades, he takes 2 more damage. So that's Night Beast actually off the table.
There he is.
Go home, Night Beast. You're drunk.
He wasn't ready for this party.
So first kill of the game goes to Spinny. So we'll see. Now you're 4-4.
Yeah. That B-wing is in a rough spot though, with only 2 hull left. So that
It's not happy.
no, it's not happy. He managed to somewhat even out a bad situation by taking out one of John's ships, but he only got 1 shot, and that ship is almost down now too. So he's still definitely not got the upper hand.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, if I'm peace trading Night Beast for Keyan, alright, cool. I mean, he could have fired at Backstabber, but I mean, again, like, what my strategy is try to make the ships I don't want to lose very difficult to kill, in the sense that there are other TIE fighters that are easier to kill. You should shoot at them. And, you know, the opportunistic player will go for those ships, and that will just mean that my heavy hitters are safe. I think he just didn't want to get shots back on him, and which is why he didn't really fire at Backstabber. But at the same
So the focus for another
For
damage
1,
on
so he
Keyan.
goes to 1.
Slowly taking him down. Clock's almost run out there.
But on the A-wing, does the A-wing have a shot?
I actually don't think he does.
No, that's close. Doesn't look like it. That's
He
yeah.
did, yeah.
Oh,
Only for one hit though, so that should be pretty easy to evade.
yeah. And
Oh
that's
yes.
the unfortunate thing with the A-wing's placing is Keyan's actually blocking him in.
Yeah, he's gonna have to do like a two bank, which I mean he wants to do two maneuvers to shed his stress anyway, but he's gonna have to do a two bank. He can't do like a one sharp maneuver because he won't have any stress. Whereas yeah, if he did a 5K, he could do a two bank without really any kind of concern. So the way that I planned this move for the most part was I was going to let him move and then I was going to anchor myself on him.
Just hug his back.
Yeah, I mean he wants to shed those stress, and as long as he has stress, I'm not worried about him K turning. A lot of X-wing, and when I say X-wing players, I mean you know the T-65 X-wing fighter players like to slingshot their X-wings, and what I mean by that is they fly in formation, they shoot you, then they K turn, then they come back at you, they shoot you again, and they just will continually go along a beeline. Back and forth, and then once you try to outmaneuver, they can just adjust ever so slightly. So now that he's stressed out, I can stay right behind him.
You've got a turn of he's not getting turned around.
Exactly. And if he wants to take the hard route and not K turn, he's never going to be able to shake me.
No, it's a
Especially
good analogy to World War II. You are not going to beat a zero in a turning fight.
Yeah.
That's a TIE fighter. It's a zero.
What?
It's fragile, but dear God, can that thing turn?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's just it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, no kidding.
They actually, Spinny's bumping himself in here, so it's continuing to not look too good for him.
Yeah, he sheds his stress.
But
Part
still
of-
has no action.
Yeah, the action is it's rough. No focus on the X-wing can hurt. I mean, 2 defense dice, while it's not great, it's reasonable enough. Especially with focus, it gives you a pretty decent chance to get some work done with it. But yeah, he's just trying to set himself up for likely K turns in the next round. Weather this round's fire, get his guns pointed back in the right direction.
It would seem likely, because X-Wings really just aren't maneuverable enough for him to be able to turn around and, actually get shots on that TIE swarm that is by now starting to come up behind him once again.
Yeah, and here I am bumping into my own ships, for the most part on purpose, so that I can actually shoot at his.
And try to either burn Keyan or
I'm also trying to box Keyan in. I mean, like, it's kind of dirty to use, my TIE fighters as a roadblock, but it's a tool that I have, and it's a tool that I'll use.
it's completely legitimate. It's sometimes the best possible choice of this guy's a low pile skill. I'm gonna sit in your way because I have a pretty darn good idea of where you're going.
And they do excel at it.
Ah, yeah, they definitely do.
So yeah, Keyan, but Spinny was good about seeing that I was probably going to try to block him, as I wont to do, and he K-turned. Which I don't think we remembered the critical.
Looks like we may have forgot that.
That was even, just last turn.
Yeah.
That's a little funny.
Well, a lot of time has passed between that turn and last turn, just because of the sheer
Number
amount
of ships.
Yeah, just the sheer amount of bumpage and everything going on.
So Vader's coming around, bring his guns to bear.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I knew that wherever he was going to go, it wasn't going to go far enough for me to kill him with Vader. And, with barrel roll being a thing, I still had a target lock. I focus, I give actions to my friends.
The target lock and seems like 3 hits, which will guarantee the kill on Farlander.
Yeah.
All you needed is 2.
Yes.
So, yeah, kind of a moot point, but I knew Vader was going to deal enough damage to kill him. I had faith in my Vader.
Oh, absolutely. I think you already had the 2 hits before you target lock. Just, you gotta go for the gusto.
Yeah.
But yeah, losing Farlander hurts.
Very. He's a very powerful ship, and losing that much power, especially relatively early on in this game, is definitely going to be very damaging to Spinny.
So here's Mauler shooting. He target locks because of his ability. Now he's spending his defense dice.
Mauler in range 1. That is such an...
Oh, it's disgusting.
Backstabber shooting now, getting 3 attack dice. I just love it. I like the fact that a TIE fighter can get 3 defense dice or 3 attack dice or 4 attack dice. It's just makes me happy.
It shouldn't happen. It should not happen.
Yeah,
It doesn't usually, but when it does, like,
Oh
yes.
my god. My TIE fighter doesn't always attack with 3 or 4 dice.
But when it does, yeah.
you die.
Well, the thing is like your firing arc is only, I think it's 40. It's not 45. It's not a 90 degree. It's not a 90-degree arc.
No, it's more like
70 odd or something.
Yeah. So considering how much extra degrees of not firing arc you have.
You only get 2 little lasers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Make them work.
But
Hey, they get the job done, that's for sure.
so.
Here's some damage on Mauler. He's just still in the game.
Oh yeah, the X-wing behind him.
Yeah, the rookie X-wing.
Oof, range 1 into... Range 1 from an X-wing is never a pleasant experience to receive.
No.
Even a range 1 from an A-wing. Actually finishing off Mauler there, so he's also out of it. So this does look like it could very quickly turn around in Spinny's favor, because Rebel ships in general are tankier than the Imperial ships having shields. John's saving point at this point, since the X-wings and A-wing are relatively untouched, is going to be his ability to dodge Spinny's return fire.
Well, the other advantage that I have here is I knew Spinny was probably going to do some K-turn maneuvering here. Just because, as what I mentioned before, it's what they want to do. And while he has a 3 K-turn, I know I'm right behind him. And that being said, I know that the TIE fighters have a 4 K-turn. So I can use that to my advantage.
And the X-wings only have a 4K turn.
I thought they only had a 3 K-turn.
They have a 4.
Oh, I'm thinking of Z95s.
Yeah, Z95s have a...
The 3.
And the A-wing has the 3 and the
And the
5.
Which is disgusting.
But yeah, the X-wings are... They can get fairly predictable. It's like, yeah, how do you turn around? Well, you're going 4.
So I'm going to go right at him then. Play another game of chicken. And then hopefully get behind him next turn. Now that I have...
Well, it shouldn't be too hard. Assuming all of your ships live through it, he has no choice but to do pretty much a green maneuver if he wants a hope at dodging any of your shots. So at this point, you'd be free to just K-turn right behind him.
Well, not only that, but I mean, I'm leading with Night Beast, which, as you all know, is the least likely
Oh,
fighter to get shot. Sorry, Dark Curse.
It's Dark Curse.
Yeah.
Night Beast had to go.
Yeah, he died. I'm sorry. I'm leading with Dark Curse. Get my own ships mixed up. I'm leading with Dark Curse, so I'm very comfortable in the fact that I'm probably not losing him. And Vader's not getting shot, so I have absolutely no qualms with handing out those tokens.
Yeah, just an evade for good measure. Just to make sure. Make it, you know... Well, I could... Vader doesn't evade on him. Doesn't matter, he's full health.
Yeah.
I still can shoot him.
And there's
Because he doesn't have evade.
Anyway.
Yeah.
And everything else, well, it's buffed to heck. So, you know, alright, if Vader's buffed, everything else is buffed, I'm going to shoot the stuff that's closer and weaker.
Yeah.
Because I have a better chance of killing it.
So we have a shield gone down on the X-wing, one of them. We're gonna see how the rest of combat goes here, because we're definitely gonna have a range 1 shot coming back from that X-wing.
Well, if he fires at Dark Curse.
I mean, like, without the ability to focus, why wouldn't he? Because
Yeah, that's true.
More attack power, like.
But I mean,
without the
Dark Curse
focus-
also has a focus and an evade.
Sure, but the other ship also.
A point that I sort of just
Yeah.
subtly hinted at as I moved the tokens into clear view.
Hey, look, my Dark Curse. He's a bastard.
So John's new attack plan is wage psychological warfare.
I don't mean to do it intentionally. I mean, the reason why I pointed it out was because I want him to be aware of it. I hate it when you're playing somebody and they hide their tokens or something. As much as it might seem like I'm being sneaky and Machiavellian, which I am, but I'm also trying to be an honest player, which just helps the evil.
You're there,
Oh, we have a hit and a crit going on to Tart Curse. That's not something you see happen not very often in one shot there.
3 blanks happen.
Variance
But
is a bitch.
well, that's the thing, when it comes down to it, it's a game. Yeah, you want to win, but at the same time, you want to have fun. If your opponent has fun, you're more likely to be able to continue to play games, and you guys are going to walk away with a smile on your face and happy, and you're going to do it again next time.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's Backstabber that's within the range 1. It is Dark Curse that was been fired at, so...
Oh, well then.
So yes, you were right. Dark Curse is being fired at, and I got a crit. I think the crit is something along the lines of you cannot use secondary weapons.
On a TIE fighter.
Well, that's super useful. I guess you should just concede.
I know, right?
How can you come back from that?
So sorry about that. We make mistakes sometimes.
It happens. But when we make mistakes, we let everyone know.
Oh,
we make fun of
of course.
ourselves. We
Feel
do
free
it.
to laugh.
We do it so that, you know what? If we're making a mistake, somebody else isn't going to, and it's not going to affect the game.
Well, we like learning from our experiences too, like how to not fly on asteroids.
That's
Absolutely.
generally
as,
a good
as
skill.
as you learned after your previous game.
As we all learn it. What does an asteroid do? I don't know. It's a rock. I have a
Well,
falcon.
you hit it. Bad things happen, right?
I have a falcon. I can totally fly through an asteroid field, right? Han did it.
Yeah, totally.
No.
So I think the A-Wing's just trying to get out of dodge.
Yeah, it looks like it. You're just braking.
And speaking of landing on asteroids, I think the X-Wing is trying to fly onto an asteroid.
Oh, I
that
feel
looks-
like we spoke to him.
We reached
Rock
back in
bottom
time.
things, yes.
Spinny, fly onto asteroids.
Magnets. How do they work?
Oh, yes.
You don't even know, okay? You don't even know.
Asteroids.
Actually, to say-
what is hitting asteroids?
If I were to tell you the Force, it would actually be a scientifically irrelevant answer.
Because you do not have the necessary pre-knowledge to conceive of it.
No, because there's actually a Force.
Alright, so there's one X-Wing that didn't decide to have an intimate relationship with a rock.
Yeah.
Went too forward and focused.
And
And now has at least one TIE fighter behind him.
I think
yes.
I think he was the sacrificial tie.
yeah, you better make
And
that
has
too.
2.
Yeah,
He's in trouble.
yeah.
This is what we call putting the X-wing through the ringer.
Well, I felt that. I mean, yeah, Spinny landing on an asteroid sucks. He wasn't going to get a shot anyway. Losing an action sucks, but he was doing it mostly to get just out of dodge. Like, he knew it was coming behind him. He didn't have anywhere else to really go, and he wanted to
Just break off.
break
Keep
off,
up.
which was fine.
Keep
I mean,
your
that
X-Wing alive.
A-Wing is so close to the board edge.
It really
Mm.
is. He's kissing the edge. And that's definitely something of you get a little overconfident. My ship, it's hurt, it can survive. In this case, you know what? If your ship's taking damage and you have an opportunity to break it off and bring it back into the fight later, it's you get 0 attack dice when you're dead.
Yeah,
Basically what it comes down to.
true facts.
I mean, it does leave one X-Wing out to dry, but I think that X-Wing was... If he was damaged, it wasn't very heavily, so he still got some work to do to kill it.
Yeah, no, I'm putting a lot of pressure on him. A lot of range 1 attack dice. And yeah, he's getting some shots fired back at me, but I know that after this encounter, Vader is not going to really be firing at anything for a while, so I don't mind, and I don't... He can throw 4 attack dice at me. I'm not losing my... I'm not losing Vader to 4 attack dice, and I was able to just rip him apart with three fighters. You know, Backstabber being one of them.
Three fighters at range 1, like, not a heck of a lot can stand up to that without being, you know, tanky enough to actually withstand it.
Backstabber at range 1. Ugh.
Disgusting.
I don't really think, considering the number of attack dice I was throwing at him compared to, you know, everything else, I got lucky, but for the most part, that's really hard to deal with.
Yeah, for sure. Looks like the A-Wing's gonna come back around and either recommit this round or set up for next. That's the thing I like about the A-Wings. They're just, if you fly an interceptor, you're basically flying an A-Wing. Their maneuver dial is
The exact same.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, for the most part.
The interceptor has a white 5
straight
forward.
is
Yeah.
white for the interceptor
Yeah.
and green for the A-wing.
Well, the other thing that always threw me for a loop is the fact that the A-Wing doesn't have a barrel roll.
It's true. It's a little weird. That's why we play Jake, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
just-
absolutely.
yeah, for us Imperial scrubs that can't fly anything but interceptors, fly Jake.
For the low price of performing a focus action, you get a free barrel roll or boost.
Oh yes.
So it's
Or have all choice taken out of this equation and push the limit on them.
Do all the things.
Here-
So, John, what was that about rocks?
Hey, I got a plan.
eventually.
Eventually.
What's your plan? Eventually.
I want to get close. I'm gonna fly on rocks. I'm gonna win.
All right. See, it seems like a solid plan.
No, I want to get quickly into the fight. I knew that I was probably hitting that rock or just missing it, and it was really close. And I'm gonna tell Vader's gonna tell him the barrel roll. There's no ands, ifs, or buts around about it. I wanted to get into a position that I could get shots off and not get shot back, and this is the best way to do it.
I mean, like, from here it does look like you are out of that A-Wings arc, so it might have just paid off in, like, the most awesome way ever.
Yeah, it's called, artistically
Soiling
soiling yourself. Yeah, it might look like shit, but it's art.
I'm pretty
I mean,
sure
I
that.
feel like that's a matter
I'm pretty
of
sure
perspective.
whoever that was on the rocks, like, oh,
Yeah.
that's brown trousers time.
It's a good thing Vader was there to keep him straight, though.
Yeah.
Vader's just so used to hurting cats. It's like a cartoon Vaderman.
He must be a DM.
Yeah. Yeah, the Black Squadron is actually his D&D group.
Oh yeah, there we go. That's Mr. A-Wing.
That is a pitiful amount of blanks.
Oh, yeah.
There's Mr. A-Wing toast, and range 3 and through an asteroid, and
And still hit him.
still got some
That's
damage.
awkward. So, I'll rescind everything I said earlier. Spinny did not manage to turn the tables at all.
Yeah.
It looks like you've got this on a pretty solid lockdown right now, John.
Well, spoilers, look at the time code.
That's the unfortunate thing with the Rebels is, like, if you, again, we're kind of bringing history into it. There are a lot of parallels with the early Pacific War. The American fighters, they're big, they're heavy, but if you get behind them, they're dead.
Yeah.
If you can keep your TIE swarm behind what you're fighting, you keep it in the right spot. Yeah, you don't have the most firepower, but you're gonna consistently do damage.
Okay, so here's my bloodthirstiness getting the best of me, but again, I have
Oh,
a super
God.
good plan. All right,
Oh, God,
just
John,
trust me,
what?
guys. All right, so I want to kill the X-wing, and I know time's coming up, and I want to get as many points as I possibly can, because this is a tournament, this is a competition. I want to try to perform the best as I can. I know that flying through an asteroid next turn is not going to cause me to lose a fighter.
Sure.
Sure, flying. I want to be able to get as many shots as I can, even if I'm not getting the best shots possible. But I still think I'm not firing through the asteroid. I think I have a nice firing arc. I'm
Closest
barrel
to
roll.
closest, yeah.
Yeah, I'm barrel rolling kind of awkwardly, but in a way that I can get closer in a weird way. So yeah.
Yeah, if
So we're entering the next round of combat here.
this is the
So
final.
one potential. Not enough to kill the X-Wing, but it is cleared. So we still got 2 more shots to try and wrap this up. He's got 2 hull to go through, which for 4 attack dice, I mean,
4 dice
could
versus
be seen as pretty easy. But well, 4 technically versus 4.
4 to
but-
4 to 6 depends on what's range 2, what's range 3.
So here I'm getting another hit.
1.
And those
Oh,
2,
are those focuses?
I think.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah, you had
he-
to spend them.
You had to spend them.
There
Alright,
it is.
All right,
last
so we're gonna
fighter.
move up to the last shot. This one is also range 2. Is that two hits there?
That was range 3 and
that's
3 blanks.
Backstabber.
The
Oh.
It's
three blanks-
Backstabber for the win!
Backstabber gets there.
The 3 blanks strikes again.
He's like, why are you throwing 3 attack dice? I'm like, because I'm Backstabber and I'm outside of your firing arc.
So guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Northern Game Network. You can find us on Facebook.
And be sure to check in next week when we have Ian face up against Rob and his dreaded double falcons.
I know you, the community's definitely looking forward to that. There's been a lot of buzz about it.
Ooh, it's gonna be a game and a half.
Oh yeah, so stay tuned.